everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on James's car again. We're going to be doing yet again another awesome product install. Today we're going to be doing the Rally Road oil distribution block so that we can install a pair of gauges. The reason why we need this is we want to add an oil temperature gauge to the car. These things, once oil gets hot, really likes to kill the engines in these cars, so we want to make sure we're able to monitor that at the track so that we can cool things down when we need to. First things first, we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the air filter box. We are still running the factory air filter box with the K&N drop-in. You may have something else, so just make sure you get that taken out of the way. So next thing, we're going to go ahead and make a little bit of room here. We need to get that back to this sensor here. That's where that oil distribution block is going to mount on the back of the oil filter housing here. So I'm just going to loosen up a couple things here, make a little bit more room so I can get down in there, pull that sensor out, and we can mount that block.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So adding this part is good to monitor the oil, but also it's a necessary component if you were going to turbocharge the car. Is that correct?
It is definitely helpful. So you can use that same distribution block to run your oil feed for your turbocharger as well.
Nice.
Now that we got the oil pressure sensor out of the oil filter housing, that's a 24 millimeter wrench is what I use to get that out and break it loose. And then after it's broken loose, it's pretty much finger tight. You can just loosen that guy right out. What you're going to do is you're going to take this banjo bolt that comes with the block, one crush washer on this side, one on this side, and you're going to go ahead and screw that into where the oil pressure gauge came out of.
So Christian, that's the orientation for the block?
Yeah, so it can be orientated a few different ways. We chose to do that because we're going to be using this temp sensor, so we're going to utilize the smaller port on that block. That way we don't have to use adapters, and that causes less leak points or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this threaded in there, and then we'll pretty much be done with installing the block itself. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to install the Rally Road gauge pod that goes on top of the column. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is install the Rally Road gauge pod holder. So what we're going to do is you're going to need to take your steering wheel off. This one has an aftermarket steering wheel, so just unbolt the center like you did when you installed it. If you didn't install it, it's pretty obvious. Take out the bolts and then take out this big 17. All right, and then we need to loosen these 4 bolts. we just need to back that up enough to where we can get this guy right here into this hole, like so. So once you have that in there, you can reverse the steps you just took. Go ahead and just tighten everything back down, put your steering wheel back on, and then this will come through the top of this and screw into that little thing we just put in there. So we'll just get this all tightened down. Okay, so once you've reversed all the steps of taking the steering wheel off and getting the bolt into the top of this, you just go ahead and slide your gauge, whichever you're putting in there. We have, just for now, the oil temp gauge, an AEM one. Now it's going to go over to our friend MFT Solutions. He's going to do all the wiring and all of that stuff. And then we'll get this thing fired up and check and see how everything works. Morning. All right, so we brought the car over to James's house. Eric from MFT Solutions was kind enough to come give us a hand doing all the electronical wiring. He's really good at dealing with those kind of things. In this circumstance, we have to extend wires and things like that. He does it in a much more professional manner instead of just some simple butt connectors and weird, crazy crap. So we like to make sure that we have our electronic components really pain-free. We really don't want to be dealing with that kind of stuff at the track. So we're grateful he was able to come do this out of his shop. You should definitely check out his shop, MFT-Solutions.com. And he's got all kinds of cool projects he's got going on there. Definitely go check those things out. And if you're in the market for any type of electronics or tuning, he can handle that stuff for you.
Hey guys, I'm Eric. I own MFT Solutions. I do motorsport wiring, data analysis, engine calibration, dyno tuning, and some streetcar application installs.
So Eric, what are you doing now?
Right now, the sensor lead that came with the AEM gauge wasn't long enough, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and add some of my own wire, and we'll add about 2 feet of extension. That'll give us enough room to route the sensor lead properly, be able to tie it up out of the way, and have enough slack to play with.
Nice. Is that kind of normal operation for you to have to bring the kit and then create more stuff that necessarily wasn't provided by the manufacturer?
Yeah, most of the time. You always hope for the best, but you end up needing to modify stuff pretty often.
Nice. Nice. Dude, super stoked. I got friends that know what they're doing, and they're really awesome to rely on. So it's nice to have a car, being new at it, and having tools and resources that I can count on running rad on track. Sick. What are you doing there, Christian?
Just hooking up the ground wire for the gauge.
Nice.
Am I that predictable?
Looks super sharp.
That's the incorrect way to cut a zip tie.
Christian?
This is the correct way to cut a zip tie.
in the big bucks.
Flush cuts.
Did you just get that lost under my heel and toe plate though, Eric?
I may have, yeah. Oh no, it's right here. We're good.
Oh, you got it. All right. Awesome.